Okay, so my research project is on this organization called His Heart Beats, and it's located in Tulare, California. I included this picture where it shows the organization, and here is a quote from them. It says, "Our mission at His Heartbeats is really centered on bringing hope, love, and comfort to families who have children who are sick and living with serious health conditions." So about the organization, they were founded in December of 2015 in the Central Valley. It was inspired by a mother's experience raising a child with a congenital heart defect. They mainly help families going through the same situation, and it is through donations, events, and community support. Over 200 community members have joined to support families in need. And then for this part, I included the story of the mother who was inspired to create the organization. It started when she went to her ultrasound appointment, and they basically told her that her unborn baby had a congenital heart defect, and the baby would most likely require a surgery at birth and maybe a few after. So she ended up having a really good connection with the Valley Children's Hospital, because she would always be going for procedures, checkups, surgeries, and even for support. She ended up making friends with some of the families that were there also with sick children. They motivated each other to talk to each other about their problems, what they're going through, to let each other know that they were not alone. So that connection that they've made, it basically morphed into a purpose, and that idea became His Heartbeats. So their mission and vision, their mission is to provide opportunities for support, to support families of children facing critical illness, and their vision is to create a caring community that brings comfort, resources, and hope to families in need. And then who they help: families with children who have critical or chronic illnesses. They focus on underserved and rural areas in California. They provide emotional, social, and financial support to families, and even rides to their appointments when they aren't able to go. And there's this easy support request for families, and they just fill this out with their name, their email, their phone, their address, the child's name, and what hospital they're in, and then what is their condition or their illness. And filling this out will get the support that they need. So what the organization does, they host food and toy drives, fundraisers, and community events. They also deliver meals, donations, and care packages to families. They connect volunteers to help families through their medical journey. They even collaborate with communities to raise awareness and support for sick children. By serving meals at the Ronald McDonald House, they also give out gift cards with gas money, also for traveling families, and blankets to hospitalized children at the hospitals. Impact and reach. They have engaged over 200 volunteers and community members. They support multiple families through the Central Valley each year. They help reduce isolation and help build a supportive network for parents who are feeling hopeless through their journey. And then I included some projects that they have done. This one is called Fill a Heart Jar. So they basically put all the change that they have in these jars until they get filled, and then they will get delivered to the Children's Central Valley Hospital. And with that money, they turn it into heart bags, and they put all that money from the jars into a gas card, and they are given away to the families that are in the hospital. Some different ways to get involved. You can volunteer at different events and outreach activities, donate funds, toys, or meals to support local families, share their mission, and partner with local schools, churches, or even groups. I included some success stories of families that have been through the organization. I included 4 children. The top one is Melanie. She's 10 years old, and she's from Tulare. A few weeks after going to a concert, she was diagnosed with a form of cancer called osteosarcoma. She began her chemotherapy, and she is at the Stanford's Lucile Packard Children's Hospital. And she is also getting help from the organization. And then Adeline, she's at the Valley Children's Hospital, and she's only 1 year old. And then these 2 other children, Daniel, he's 4 months. He was born a preemie, and he has Perry-Robbins syndrome, which is a rare condition that affects the baby's face and mouth development before birth. And then he also has respiratory failure and a rare eye condition. And then Amelia, she's also 4 months. She's being treated for RSV and bronchiolitis, and she also has CHARGE syndrome, which is a rare genetic condition that affects multiple parts of the body. And some challenges and future goals. Some challenges would be limited resources in rural areas and increasing community needs. Their main goal is to expand outreach programs, grow volunteer base, and increase donations. And they really aim to continue walking alongside families through their difficult times during their journey. And to get involved, here is their email. They also have on their website this little area at the very bottom to connect with them. You can enter your name and email and any questions you might have, or if you want to help volunteer. They also have a phone number and their address for the organization.